Yo, what is up guys, my name's Hakiii and here are things I wish I bought sooner in GTA Online. Hopefully you learn from my mistakes and buy these things sooner rather than later. First one being a weapon workshop. This could be bought in several different places, like let's say the arcade or the arena workshop or the agency or even inside of your mobile operations center. Essentially what this is an ammunition store inside of your property, but it's way better than a regular one just because you can upgrade your weapons to Mark II versions, which makes them way more effective in the sense that you can get higher damage and more accuracy, just way more efficient weapons that are better to use than the regular versions of them. You can also purchase special features on it, like for example thermal/night vision, and even things like explosive rounds, so your bullets literally explode once they hit the target. I personally really like to have that equipped on my heavy sniper. It's super effective. Basically, if you were to use a Mark II version of, let's say, the carbine rifle against a regular carbine rifle, the Mark II version of that is gonna easily win. So you definitely want these enhanced weapon features that you can get only with this weapon workshop. You can't actually get these in a regular ammunition store. Plus, it's nice to have inside of your property so you don't have to run and go get ammunition or just buy a new weapon that isn't all that great in the ammunition store. Another thing that's awesome about these workshops is customization is on another level. It's way better than at regular ammunition stores. There's so many different colored weapon tints, a lot of really nice color combos on them that you can't get at regular stores, and also unlockable weapon liveries, so you can match it up and do different combinations with liveries and tints. Weapon customization was kinda dead in GTA Online up until Rockstar actually released these Mark II versions in the workshop. That is one thing that I wish I bought sooner. Some of the best weapons that I would recommend upgrading to a Mark II version is of course the heavy sniper, the combat MG, the carbine rifle, and maybe the pump shotgun, even though I don't necessarily like using it as much. A fantastic property that you should buy sooner rather than later is the agency. Probably the best property for a big variety of money making methods. There's so many different types of ways of making. Connecting it to the weapon workshop, it actually does have the weapon workshop inside of it, as we mentioned, and in that same room you can actually buy body armor, which is super useful because you don't have to run and go get it at the ammunition store. In the kitchen area you can go and restock on some snacks. The main heist of the agency is the Dr. Dre contract. All in all, including all the setup missions and stuff, it's gonna take about an hour to an hour and a half, and you got a set payout of $1 million. Some quicker money methods are the security contracts. They really vary with the payout. It could be anywhere from $30,000 all the way up to $70,000, and with the more of those security contracts you complete, the more passive money you're going to be generating every in-game day through the safe inside of your agency. You can also do some payphone hits, but they did get nerfed a bit, so they're not as good as they used to be. Still a great property to have nonetheless. Next up is an armored vehicle that I wish I bought sooner. This one's actually a free option. All you need to do is connect your GTA account to the Rockstar Social Club account, and this vehicle will be appearing for free in the Warstock website. I'm talking about the Duke of Death. Instead of spending about $500,000 or $600,000, getting this thing for free is a great deal. Obviously, it's both bullet and explosive resistant. It's got the window plating on there, and it takes a few rockets to fully blow it up, so really cool vehicle to have. If you have a bigger budget, I definitely recommend going for the Night Shark. It's a better version of the Duke of Death, but to get that one there's no way of getting it for free unless you get it through the Lucky Wheel or something. It's gonna cost you about $1.5 million. It takes more rockets to blow it up, and it's a bit more bullet protective, and it performs a bit better. So overall the Night Shark is better but more expensive. An insane deal you should take advantage of for such a good car is the Ocelot Virtue. You can get it for completely free instead of spending over $2 million. And how you get the Virtue for free is simply by completing the first and last dose missions with the Drug Wars DLC. You can make a lot of money with those, by the way. And as a prize at the very end, once you load back into an online session, you're going to be gifted this vehicle, which then you can go and start customizing. It's an extremely useful one because it's a Money Tech upgradable inside of the agency vehicle workshop. We can pick between the remote control unit, which is actually a really good trolling method, or the more popular one is the missile lock-on jammer, so you can't get locked onto by any type of missiles of a weaponized vehicle. On top of that, it performs really well. It's a very fast vehicle. Obviously it's a supercar, so it's fast. It's got crazy good acceleration, maybe because of the fact that it's actually electric, so it's a silent car. Possibly the most useful vehicle in the entire game is the Sparrow helicopter. Conveniently, Currently, you can go in the interaction menu, go into service vehicles, Kosaka, and just request it in. And no matter where you're stuck on the map, you could just request it and it almost instantly spawns right next to you. That's why it's a lot of people's go-to vehicle for roaming around the map. Also because it's extremely fast. It's actually the fastest helicopter in the entire game, probably because it's so lightweight. It's a very light helicopter, but it's really quick because of that, so it's good. You need a Kosaka submarine to be able to own it, so that's one obstacle you have to face if you don't have a lot of money, but besides that, it is amazing. Highly recommend having it. And of the little customization you can actually do to it inside of the Kosaka, you can put on the homing missiles, which have some decent tracking, and I recommend the flare countermeasures, so if you get locked onto you, hopefully you can dodge those. Another thing that for whatever reason I decided to take forever to purchase is a Nightclub. I recently made a video of me starting from level 1 and trying to make the first $1 million, and the business I chose to begin with is the Nightclub, and I definitely recommend it just because of the passive income. It's so useful, especially as a low level. The passive income of the Nightclub is by far the best, and it's actually such a nice bonus money, just extra money you get every now and then. Playing GTA Online just a few hours every day, you can generate about $250,000, which is awesome in passive money. As soon as you get a Nightclub, just pass the cutscene, go into the computer, and do, I believe, just 2 short setup missions that would actually start making you that passive money, and then you're free to go do whatever you want in GTA Online, and every now and then you go and collect that money. Keep the popularity bar up. I did make a video on how to exactly do that. If you want to see a short guide, you're welcome to check that out. We briefly mentioned before the first and last dose missions. Now, the Acid Lab is a solid business to have, but I mainly want to focus on the Dax missions that are really useful to do and are really quick. Only after completing one first dose mission, you will unlock the Freak Shop, including Dax as a contact on your phone. Then you can call him in a GTA Online session and request work. That's going to launch a mission that's going to give you a set payout of 50,000 bucks and should only take about a few to a couple minutes. Technically, you don't have to buy anything, but the Freak Shop in general is just overall solid. With the first and last dose missions, you got the Acid Lab inside of the Brigade, and if you're looking for a quick money method, those request work missions through Dax are absolutely awesome to grind. There were actually a solid amount of different free things you can get in this video, like the Virtue, the Duke of Death, and the Freak Shop in general. And an honorable mention has to be the Hakiii drag motorcycle HSW. It's amazing for time trials. Those time trials are pretty easy to do. You get $250,000 in just about a minute or two. What things did you take way too long to buy in GTA Online? Let me know down below in those comments. Drop a like if you enjoyed this video, subscribe if you are new to the channel with the bell turned on so you don't miss any more awesome videos like these. Click the video on screen now to see how I got my first $1 million on a brand new account in GTA Online. I hope you all enjoy that video, and peace.